All right, friends, it's Simon. We're back with a video on our good friend Nacho Plan, our man, the Nacho Plan, bro. I'm gonna do a reaction video to his video he just uploaded. He's been very busy recently. He's just had a child, so he's a busy person. People do have lives online. So we're gonna react to Nacho's video. So Nacho says eccentric overload, OHP PR plus physique update. Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right.
What's up, fellas? What's going on? We're back, and we got a 230 OHP PR right here, man. It's look, man, I'm making progress so.
That is really good, but honestly, like I said, we talked before about this whole protein synthesis needs to exceed this breakdown. You need to be anabolic. That is going to make you a lot stronger. One of the things that people always ask is, how can I be like, how can I be like, those so-called fake natties, they're on steroids, whatever. What would make a natural person be anabolic like a person on steroids? It's very simple. When protein synthesis exceeds that breakdown. Okay, to measure what that is without these so-called sticks, okay? These sticks that they use for nitrogen balance, okay? People used to test themselves to see if they're nitrogen balanced. That is one thing. Being in nitrogen balance just means that you're getting plenty of amino acids in your system, in your body. Unlike vegan diets, they're deficient. They're deficient, okay? So let's just put it that way, right? You're not in nitrogen. You're in negative nitrogen balance if you're a fucking vegan. That's why it doesn't work in the lifting world and trying to build muscle. Anyways, now, so what would make you anabolic? Well, I'll explain this again. So let's say before you come in the gym, you got some supplements, some amino acid supplements, free form peptide bond amino acids. You take some before you come to the gym. I don't know what you're going to eat there as a source of protein. Okay, it could be some meat, maybe some eggs, something, whatever. Okay, you eat some of that and some fat. You need some fat. I don't know. Maybe it could be you could be eating bacon as fat, but I would eat natural bacon. Don't eat the stuff the packaged stuff, okay? Go to the butcher and get your bacon or something. I don't know. You could buy smoked bacon or you could buy bacon and make it yourself. It's pretty good as a fat, okay? As an energy source, if that's your major energy source. Now, if it is potatoes, not rice. Rice has arsenic. That defeats the purpose. Remember, we're trying to stay away from any plants or anything. This will just fuck us up. Or any fake food. So if you're using a carb like potatoes and a complex carb like potatoes, then yes, you want to do that as the energy source with the meat or protein that you're eating there before you work out in the gym. Because remember, we're just going in for one major breaking down session. That is going to make you super strong the following week. So you need to eat a lot of that before you go work out. And then after you work out, you need to be anabolic again still. So when you leave the gym, there's an open window for at least a good 4 hours. I don't know what it's going to take you. It could take you 2 hours or 3 hours, but you need to eat enough to satiety to the point where you cannot down another piece of meat. So you have to eat a lot of protein in that seating until you can't swallow any more down. It's a training. And then the rest of the week, you kind of want to stay anabolic. So you want to eat quite a bit again, right? So you want to eat these high meals, at least somewhere in between. You want to eat to satiety, to the point where you can't down any more protein. And then you're just adding to it all the time after that. You just keep adding to it. Remember, protein, animal protein, you just keep adding to it. High fats, animal protein, whatever, seafood, meat, whatever. And try to eat as raw as possible. Some natural, maybe uncooked beef blood if you could get it, or raw milk, whatever you could get there. I don't know what you can get your hands on, bro. So yeah, uncooked beef blood is very high in protein as well. That also will help you. Yeah, I mean, it gets coagulated. I buy it. It's in containers. You can put it in your blender, blend it, and drink it. It's not a really big deal, bro. Don't be. People are such sissies. Don't be sissies out there. Beef blood is not going to kill you because you drank some uncooked beef blood. Okay, it's actually good for you. Believe it or not. Be a man. Be a hunter. Yeah, so that's all I have to tell you. That's how you stay anabolic. So that will make you a lot stronger. That's why your lift is going up. It's so hard for you, and you're suppressing the catabolic hormones, and you're increasing more of the anabolic hormones in your body, so they don't have to compete with the androgen receptor. Now, if they're constantly competing with the androgen receptor, you'll always have this weakness. It's not really going up. It'll be effortless if you're anabolic. Okay.
Fast. Just 2 weeks ago, I hit 225, man. So
Not that that's bad. That's great, but it could be better.
in this next video right here, I got 205 for 2 reps. I just wanted to see what I could do with 205. I just wanted to try to rep it out. But after that 230 PR attempt, man, it kind of fried my shoulders already. So we're gonna get into the workout. This is gonna be 105 pounds that I'm just doing for some quick reps real quick before I get into the eccentric overload part, which is right here. As you can see, I'm tilting the dumbbells. And in that position, it is gonna be a super max load for my chest. Okay, it's all about manipulating the weight.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's pretty good, but I would not. That's kind of like what Prophet Fear does. I would not copy that Prophet Fear dude. I would not listen to him. I would block him, if anything, if he writes you on your channel again. Stay away from people like that. They don't know what they're doing. You know what you're doing. You know what you need to do. Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. I personally would not do that. I just personally, I don't do that. I stick to eccentrics. I told you how I started was full ranges of motion, overworking that muscle. People know on my channel, I've explained it before a long time ago on my old channel, overworking of that muscle. Now, after a certain period of time, it's kind of like you're kind of like plateauing at some point. So you switch over to eccentric exercise. So I notice now that you're mixing the two together. So you're trying to mix like full range of motion with eccentric exercise. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do that. See what I mean? You can do that. A lot of reasons why you want to do eccentric exercise is because it relieves the stress on your body. You don't want large amounts of stress on your body. But in this case, because you're anabolic, because protein synthesis has exceeded that breakdown, if you are accumulating a lot of stress working out, well, it's going to suppress more. It's going to be suppressing more of the catabolic hormone. So if the catabolic hormone was to go up, there'd be more suppression of it, and there'll be more increases in protein synthesis in these proteins. The proteins will increase a lot higher. Yes, that's another factor. All right.
To stretch the muscles as much as possible under the highest load. So yeah, as you can see, I'm able to press them pretty easily, but to tilt them, it absolutely destroys my chest. And right here, I just wanted to try 270 for some partial push presses. I couldn't get that much.
I would try to push that as high as you could get it, and then try to lower it down slow. So you want to do a submaximal eccentric. For example, you try to force it up, and then you want to do a submaximal eccentric on it. Again, throw it, like bounce it up or throw it up, and then let it come down and get submaximally. You don't have to do supramaximal eccentrics on that. See what I mean? So there's more range as it's coming down. You can try that. I mean, it's up to you, really. I mean, either or, it's still going to work. You could keep doing what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with that either.
So I had to drop down in weight. And the bench press is going up, guys. This is going to be 270 for 5 reps. This was my first set, and after this, I ended up doing about maybe close to 10 sets of bench press, just overworking my chest and triceps and shoulders.
That's good. There's nothing wrong with full range of motion. You want to overwork that muscle to cause it to get micro tears. And believe me, if you've taken off a whole week and you come back and now you're overworking it in a full range of motion, you are definitely going to get some damage there, believe me.
Obviously, I didn't stay with 270. I had to drop down in weight as the sets went on because I was getting weaker. I was getting damaged, so that's also a good sign.
That is a good sign. You should be getting weaker in your exercises. Yeah. You got to get weaker to get stronger.
I jumped to the incline bench press. This is 225 for 4. I couldn't even do that much on the bench press anymore, as I was also doing the incline dumbbell press. I'm pretty sure, I got very damaged, but we still did them. And then we got these dips. I'm still doing dips.
That is very good. Again, so some exercises are much better in full ranges of motion, some are not. Back exercises, man, people use too much arm work, man, shoulder arm work. It's crazy. You really want the back to be worked itself. The back should be it working it itself. So yeah, like I said, some things like this, for example, you can do this in a full range of motion. The bench press. Can you do shoulders in full ranges of motion to overwork that muscle? Yeah, you can. Yeah, definitely. Do I recommend you use your arms for rowing your back like a full range of motion? No, because all the tension is in the arm. All the arms are doing all the work now. Your back is not doing the work. So you can use your back. Still, the range of motion is quite lengthy. It's all relative, man. Even cables for the side delt. You use cables crisscross. You crisscross the cables. You can lay on the floor and just crisscross them to do the back of your shoulders. So yeah, man, you get the idea. Whatever.
There's gonna be 4 plates, a 10 and a 5. You guys can't see it, but the 10 and the 5 are on the other side of the camera. But
Okay, you got some negatives going on here. If you have to drop the weight to do full ranges of motion to overwork it, then do that. You do whatever. Here's the thing: you do whatever it takes. You don't do what is best for other people. Like, I know you wanna do a video and go, look how many plates I'm doing. A lot of people do this on their YouTube channels. Look, bodybuilding is not based on performance, bro. Get it? People think that it's based on performing. You're not there to perform. You're there to cause damage so that when you come back, you're bigger and stronger. See what I mean? When you every week you come back, you should be coming back bigger and stronger with more myofibulars. Yes. The only way you can do that is when protein synthesis exceeds this breakdown. You're anabolic. You're in anabolism, and you had a relative amount of damage, like it could be medium amount of damage, to trigger that growth the rest of the week. So yeah, like I said, it's not bodybuilding is not based on performance. That's why it's not a sport. So if you have to lower to do full range of motion, you can do that. You still can mix full ranges of motion with just eccentrics. It's all relative how you accomplish this.
man, this is all after the other damaging exercises.
Yeah.
And I'm still able to control over 4 plates. At first, when I was doing dips last, about a month ago, I was only able to control about 3 plates or 2.5 plates. So
that means that you've got myofibrillar growth, so it's becoming a lot easier. So if you were to take more time off, let's say you take more time off, you come in. If that strength is still there, that means it's based on myofibrillar growth. If it just dissipates too fast, it's not based on myofibrillar, it's based on motor unit, recruitment, CNS, motor unit, and some androgen receptor strength, which would go away. They go away within 10 days sometimes from gyms. They can start going away. That strength can go away. That's based on molecule strength. That isn't based on myofibrillar strength.
I'm definitely getting stronger as the weeks go on. I'm eating a lot more right after my workout. I eat until I cannot eat anymore.
That's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea.
That's just after my workout because I'm trying to maximize that spike in muscle protein synthesis. Okay, and here we go. So physique update.
You're looking pretty good, pretty dense, man. Yeah, you look a lot more fuller in this video compared to your other videos right now. You look way fuller.
I think my back has gotten the most results.
Your back is looking much better. Your shoulders. It's getting better, but it'll get better if you eat a lot more protein. Yeah.
I mean, shit, it's looking pretty thick. It's looking big. I'm telling you, food makes a difference, especially after that.
Food does make a big difference. If you don't not exceed that breakdown, then your workout would have been a waste of time. So remember, time is money. Time is everything. You can't get it back. If you waste a lot of your time, if you don't put in 100% maximal effort into what it is you're doing. For example, if you come on the day to the gym, then you want to maximize muscle damage, right? That's the idea. Now, you want to maximize growth. So right after your session, you want to maximize growth by doing what? By exceeding protein synthesis exceeds this breakdown. Yeah. And then the rest of the week, you want to kind of stay in that anabolic state to the following week. When you come back, you'll be bigger and stronger. Now, like I said, I'm not against people using a complex carbohydrate like potatoes. That can somewhat spare protein in your body to keep you still anabolic at the same time, and it does increase insulin too. It helps as well at the same time, and it's an energy source, man. There's nothing wrong with getting a pump still, even if you are working out for damage. There's nothing wrong with that. But people that are just getting a pump, that's sarcoplasmic, dude. They're not chasing like muscle damage.
Now, and I'll see you guys next time.
That was an awesome video, man.
Peace.
I'll see you in the next one. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel, friends. And you want to go over to our good friend here, Nacho, and you want to like, subscribe, and support his channel because, bro, it takes a lot to post these videos. He needs a lot of help, man. He just had a kid on the way and stuff like that. He's a busy person, okay? It's not easy. I'll see you in the next one, my friends. Please. So, like I said, go there, like, subscribe, and share the video if you like it. It helps with the algorithm, helps his channel to grow. He needs to monetize his channel because he's at 300. He needs to get to 1,000. It isn't easy. Trust me, I know. It isn't easy to get even to 1,000, bro. So at least he could get to 1,000. He can monetize his channel, and YouTube can pay him some money for his effort. There's no point in working for free. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.